difficult, precise, and did I mention difficult? These are the words I'd use to describe Dead Dungeon. Casual players beware, this game will test you. Yet with every death after every death, you'll progressively figure out every single level. That's the beautiful part about this experience. Nothing feels unfair or that the game is cheating you. Except for a specific level, but we'll get to that. For a majority of the game, you either master the level or you don't. And that's the bottom line. My name is Gary with the Indie Toaster, and we're going to be talking about the story, the graphics, and the gameplay. Without any further ado, let's get right into it with the story. The story of Dead Dungeon is an awkward one. The opening cutscene has no audio. Like, at all. Pure silence. It's pretty strange. We're going to take a look at it now, but just remember, I didn't edit any of this. This is how the game is shipped. It's honestly extremely awkward to sit through, and I really think a narrator, or at least some sort of music, could have really fixed that issue. Of what I could tell, the devil killed a lot of skull people, and it's up to you to stop him. This could have been conveyed better, but I won't hold it against them too much. What I will have to take points off for is the silence. That's unacceptable. It really takes away from the experience if you're just sitting there in absolute silence. Here, let's actually make it better now, just to show the developers what they could have done next time. With that super easy fix, I feel like the story started off pretty strong. So if you're watching Alexey, just remember, music really helps to set the tone. Silence really helps awkwardness. But let's move on to our main character. Super Meat... wrong game. I mean, Skull Person? It's very obvious this game has taken a lot of inspiration from Super Meat Boy, but there's not a lot of characterization given to our main character. Again, this goes back to the whole music thing to add characterization, but we're not going to get back into that. We're just going to move on. Now we're going to touch on the graphics. Dead Dungeon reminds me of a mix of Super Meat Boy and old Flash games, which is kind of like a love letter to the whole genre to begin with. As you progress through the game, each level takes a different color. The beginning starts out blue, it goes purple. I refuse to go any farther because of a minion we'll talk about later, but that's how it really goes, and it's honestly pretty neat. I feel like the level design was pretty good. They didn't really feel unfair too much until a specific point we'll talk about, but I really did learn how to play the game. I died a lot, and I mean a lot, but I always felt like it was my fault, not the game's fault, which is something that the creator really went for, and I really have to give points for it. So overall, the game looks pretty good. It's like an old Flash game mixed with Super Meat Boy, which I really like, and I think other people are going to like it as well. But now for the part I really didn't want to get to, the gameplay itself. Let me start off by saying, I think the game is very good. I think it's fun, I think it's hard, and I maybe want to tear my hair out. But there's one specific enemy that I think should be removed from the game, or at least turn down the speed by a ton. And this enemy is pretty much the sun from Super Mario. The really angry ball of hate that chases you down and kills you wherever you go. Yes, I'm talking about that stupid star from the beginning. This enemy is the entire reason why I decided that I couldn't play the game anymore. I didn't feel like it was fair, and getting past it just didn't feel like it was worth it. I honestly just wasn't having fun anymore fighting this enemy. He was too fast. He was always on you. I'm aware there's probably ways around him, but at that point, I'm just not having fun anymore. It's actually really a shame. I wanted to finish the game. I got to about level 30, but at this point, he's just too powerful. I really think they should have nerfed his speed by quite a bit, just to make it a little bit more fair. I understand that they wanted to have a power spike. They wanted to make the game harder, but I don't think this was the way. If I didn't reach this point of the game would have probably gotten a better score, but at this point, it's just not fun. I really liked everything up until this point, but I spent about 2 straight hours on this level alone and I just couldn't get it. So to finalize everything, I think the story needs work, the graphics are fantastic, and I think the gameplay needs some work. Otherwise, it's a pretty alright game. There's high scores so you can check how all your friends are doing. There's a leaderboard, so it's a good game. I would recommend getting it, but I just hope Alexey takes this video to heart and fixes the few issues that I had with the game. So do I recommend the game? Yeah, I recommend the game. Just, if you have anxiety or some sort of anger issues, try to play the game with the controller so you don't break anything important. Also because I don't feel like a lot of the elements were really thought about. I can't get over the cutscene in the beginning that's just silent. It just feels odd to me. And then that damn star. I can't get over that damn star. I'm up for challenges in games, just not at that level. So go ahead and give it a try on Steam. My name is Gary from the Indie Toaster, and this has been a review. Thank you for watching. Before I go, if you like the way I review things, check the description. All my other articles will be listed there. Thank you, and have a good day.